Happy Genesis Week, everyone, and welcome to the Genesis Week closing celebration. This week has been one of the biggest weeks Upland has ever had. We have Troves, Trove Mania. We had 3 new cities this week drop simultaneously. Map Asset Collision was dropped, a new website, the return of the merch store, Discord coming into native chat, and we even got a first look at 3D movement, bringing the map to life. But today, we're doing 2 things. We're celebrating the community members who helped make this year special. We're revealing the grand prize winner of the rare white Friesian horse Genome Trove reward. So let's look back, celebrate some of our incredible players, the community awards. The end of Genesis Week is here. Let's jump into it. All right, on behalf of the Upland team, everybody, I just want to say thank you to every player who joined us this week, who participated, who competed, who collected, created, tested, watched, who celebrated with us. Genesis Week is always about more than one announcement or one prize. It's the moment to look back at where Upland has been, celebrate how far the community has come, and look ahead to where Upland is going next. While today marks the closing announcement for Genesis Week, the celebration is not quite over yet. Players still have the weekend to turn in their prize reward recipes. Remember, reward recipes close on Monday, June 15th at 9 a.m. PT, and rewards will be distributed next week. So make sure you're getting your rewards in. Those recipes are live. And congratulations to everybody who collected enough troves and reward troves to be able to turn in for rewards. Now, before we get to the community awards and the white Friesian horse grand prize reveal, let's quickly recap what made this Genesis Week such a big one. First up, we had Trove Mania. Trove Mania was absolutely huge. We kicked off the week with the reveal of Troves, a major gameplay system coming to Upland sometime in 2026. This was the alpha test. Troves are designed to connect ownership, development, location, all in a more meaningful way in Upland, and Trove Mania gave players an early hands-on look at what this system can become. Thank you to everyone who participated and helped test the future of Upland. Absolutely huge. Was a ton of fun. I myself was collecting troves and heading to properties. What it really highlighted for me was this chance to get to explore different properties in the city that I was in. And I was heading to every big property that was fully developed out. It was cool. Players have designed some crazy properties. This, I think, proved that Troves really helps connect this ownership aspect. It really helps connect this property aspect to Upland in a big way to other systems. So very cool. Trove Mania was here. This was the first test of Trove Mania, and thank you, of Troves rather, via Trove Mania. And huge thank you to everybody who participated, and we hope you had fun. I know that we had a ton of fun here. Next up, we did have a triple city launch this week. This is the first time ever that Upland launched 3 cities simultaneously. We had Omaha, we had Florence, we had Takasaki. Each brought something different to the map. Each city also helps extend the foundation for farming and future gameplay, and each city is going to have unique crops, unique things to farm in those cities via that farmland. So again, congratulations to everybody who was able to pick up a property and mint it in each of these 3 cities. If you haven't, go head to those cities and mint properties. Go check them out. Go explore. Florence, Omaha, Takasaki. They are now live. Again, this was a first for Upland. 3 cities simultaneously. You had to choose. Where do I go? Where do I go on mint day? Which city do I want to mint out here? And players did. So congratulations. Thank you for joining us on this wild ride that was the Triple City opening. We did announce phase 1 of Map Asset Collision this week, not collection, collision. Players can now place items on grass. All map objects can stack and intersect with plants. This is a huge step forward for decoration and creative property builds. Phase 2 is coming, and Phase 2 will take that even further with more stacking and intersecting options. What? I missed this announcement, you say? Well, this announcement was a big one. I just want to scroll to the one of the examples here. You could see here you have the gnome on the grass. You've got the spa, the outdoor spa. You've got the seating arrangement there with a fire pit, all in the grass, all right up against the house. That's one of the things here. You can go right up against the house. Before, you couldn't put grass next to those steps at the front of the mini house there. Now you can, because intersection exists with plants. It's a big deal. Again, another big major drop for Upland. Decor and property decor is going to go next level here soon, especially with Phase 2. What is Phase 2? Phase 2 will allow stacking with all map assets, an intersection with all map assets under a certain height. So stay tuned for Phase 2. It will drop here shortly, but Phase 1 did drop this week. Map asset collision is live. Go design your properties accordingly, because that's a thing. We also were excited to announce the redo of our website and merch. Merch has returned. Upland has now refreshed the website. It is built for future growth. It's built for easier onboarding. The merch store is back, giving players another way to represent Upland live in the store. In fact, we have a GIF here. Here's an example of the different shirts. I love that sleigh shirt. I think the sleigh shirt. I have the mood shirt. Personally, I should have worn it today. My bad. I didn't wear it. But the mood shirt is one of my favorites. But I love that sleigh. I think I'm going to get that sleigh. The sleigh is cool. Also, Wen is pretty good as well. Sleigh and Wen. Sleigh, Wen, Mood. Those are my favorites. But the merch store is here. Go check out the website as well if you haven't yet. Again, this is built for future growth. It's built for future onboarding. It's built for the future of Upland. We also announced coming soon to Upland is Discord. And this was a big one. Discord integration will help bring the community closer together. Discord is coming into Upland natively. Select Discord channels will become visible directly inside Upland, with more communication features coming later. This is a major step forward in connecting new players with the broader active community and making sure everybody can communicate and connect. I don't have Discord. I don't want Discord. I don't want another social media thing. Well, guess what? You don't need one. As long as you are in Upland, you will be able to view chat. This is coming in 2 phases. The first phase will be the ability to view Discord chat from within Upland. You don't need a Discord account to do so. If you want to get one, you can, but you're going to be able to view everything that's happening, all the conversations, keep up with the announcements, etc. that's happening in Discord with the select channels that we bring into the game. Phase 2 will enable you to write inside of Discord and communicate with those I'm not inside of Discord, inside of Upland, and communicate with those on Discord and vice versa, creating this seamless connection that has never before existed, and actually has never been possible. It is possible now, and we're doing it. Now, you don't even need a Discord account for that. If you just have an Upland account and you're signed into Upland and you go to the chat, guess what? You're going to be able to chat with Discord straight from with Upland. That's in Phase 2. That's coming. Again, this is a major step towards connecting, like I said, new players, old players with the broader community, making it one. It's a big part of future growth here in Upland, and I think this is a big deal. So we're very excited for this Discord announcement. And last but not least, 3D map assets, 3D movement is coming to Upland, making the map come more alive. This was our big announcement for the week. Very excited for this. This is 3D movement. In the future, the map will become alive with animal life and with uppies moving in real time, more activity happening across properties and structures. Let's scroll down here actually to the example of uppies. So uppies that are assigned to properties will be able to care for your plants, and you're going to be able to see them doing that in real time on your map in Upland. Look how cool this is. Super, super cool. That's the kind of future-facing feature that helps Upland feel more dynamic, more immersive, and always changing. And I think that this is fantastic. Now, it's not just uppies. Imagine a whole neighborhood of all your unique uppies that you assign to your property to help care for your plants. This is going to be amazing. You're going around and you're just seeing different types of uppies on different properties, interacting. It's alive. These uppies are your residents. They're on your properties, and it's going to be really cool. It's also coming for animals in the future. So you could see here are horses in the horse stable. You're going to have the same thing with all of the animals on farms. And I think this looks fantastic. Again, it's just going to bring immersion. It's going to bring life. It's going to bring culture to Upland in a way that we have just never seen before. It's a big deal. And this was everything that we discussed at Genesis Week here. Again, we're very excited for the future of Upland. We're very excited for these announcements that have dropped. We're very excited to bring them to fruition. We're full steam ahead at Upland. And I think that you guys hopefully can catch the vision and see that, yes, indeed, we are full steam ahead and we're not slowing down anytime soon. Now it's time to recognize this year's Community Award nominees and winners. These nominees represent the creativity, the passion, the personality, and dedication that makes the Upland community what it is. Whether they're designing incredible creations, whether they're producing content that keeps players informed, that keeps players entertained, or showing up as a standout member of the community, every nominee here this year has made a real impact in Upland. Being recognized by the community is no small thing. Everyone on this list deserves to be celebrated. So let's jump into it. First up, we do have the Designer of the Year, and our nominees are Swarley129, Charles FR, and reboot. This award recognizes the creators who help shape how Upland looks, how Upland feels. Designers bring personality to properties. They give players more ways to express themselves and make the world feel more alive, one creation at a time. To Swarley, to Charles, to Rebate, thank you for the creativity, the time, and care you put into your work. Design is one of those contributions that players experience every time they decorate, every time they build, and every time they personalize their corner of Upland and their properties. The work in this category does not just add items in the game, it adds identity, it adds personality, and it adds a sense of ownership. Every nominee here has helped make Upland a better looking and more expressive place. But there can only be one winner. Everyone here deserves to win 100%, but there can only be one winner. And the designer of the year this year is the one and only Swarley. Congratulations, Swarley 129, this year's designer of the year, with consistently beautiful designs and incredible volume. I mean, the amount of work that Swarley has put out in Upland. Swarley has become one of Upland's marquee designers. If you've spent time decorating in Upland, chances are you have seen his designs and you've probably used them yourself. His creativity, his consistency, and impact on the look and feel of Upland make him a well-deserved winner. Players can check out his work in Swarley Shenanigans shop for decor and Swarley Structures for ornaments. Again, Swarley Shenanigans, go search it now in Upland, and Swarley Structures for ornaments. Congratulations, well-deserved. Swarley 129 is our designer of the year. Also, congratulations to every designer of the year nominee. Everyone absolutely crushed it this year. Congratulations, Swarley. All right, now time to move on to broadcaster of the year. This category celebrates the voices who keep the community informed. They keep the community entertained, connected, and talking to each other. Community broadcasters do something incredibly important. They give players a place to react. They give players a place to debate, to laugh, to learn, and to feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves. The nominees for this year's Broadcaster of the Year award are the Mint to Be podcast, hosted by City Pigeon; Upland After Dark, hosted by L Slack; Too Stupid for Web3, hosted by Too Stupid to Win. To the Mint to Be podcast, Upland After Dark, and Too Stupid for Web3, thank you for showing up for the community. Broadcasting is not as easy as it looks. It takes consistency, it takes personality, it takes a ton of preparation and willingness to put yourself out there. These shows, all three of these shows, help players make sense of what's happening, celebrate what is exciting, and stay connected, even when the game is changing quickly. Each nominee in this category has added something meaningful to the Upland conversation, and thank you for all that you guys have done. But there can only be one winner, and this year's Broadcaster of the Year goes to the one and only the Mint to Be podcast is this year's Broadcaster of the Year. Congratulations to the Mint to Be podcast, hosted by City Pigeon with Vape High Guy and Landgrab23, aka Puppet. Mint to Be has consistently brought not just entertainment, not just information, not just energy to the Upland community, but it has also brought this commitment to promoting other community broadcasts, hosting community meetups, and creating a space for respectful discussion and dialogue. Mint to Be podcast has become a major part of the Upland conversation, and this year they're taking home Broadcaster of the Year. Well deserved to the Mint to Be broadcast, and well deserved again to all of our broadcast nominees. This was a very competitive category. Thank you Mint to Be podcast for all you do, and congratulations on winning Broadcaster of the Year this year. Next up is Player of the Year. This award recognizes players whose contributions go well beyond just playing the game of Upland. These are players who help others. These are players who build useful things, who strengthen the community, who leave a mark that other players can actually feel. And this year's nominees are Laban, Phil09, and Mass Chef. To all three of you, thank you for the way you show up in Upland. Player of the Year is not just about activity, it's about impact. And all three of you have impacted Upland in a huge way. All three of you have helped to make the community stronger. All three of you have helped to make the community smarter, more welcoming, more connected. Each nominee here has contributed to Upland in a way that deserves real recognition. So thank you to Laban, Phil09, and Mass Chef for all you do. But we can only have one Player of the Year, and this year's Player of the Year is the one and only Laban. Congratulations, Laban. This year's Player of the Year. As the creator of Uplytics, Laban has built tools that help the community gain insights, connect with one another, and access the information players want and need. Beyond Uplytics, Laban also helps produce Upland After Dark and continues to support players throughout the community. His contributions have made him a true staple of Upland, and his impact is felt across the entire ecosystem. So congratulations, Laban, this year's Player of the Year. Very well deserved. Again, congratulations to every nominee and every winner. The White Friesian Horse set of Troves, this is the grand prize. This is a big deal. The rarest Genome Trove reward during Genesis Week is the White Friesian Horse. One lucky player is going to go home with the Genome Trove set, including both genomes needed for this rare animal. When Animal Life does come to Upland, this winner will already have what they need to bring one of the rarest animals in Upland to life and hit the ground running. Now, we did have 139 entries into this giveaway. 139 of you collected all 186 troves in Upland, but only one could win, and it's time to see who goes home with the grand prize. Absolutely huge. Congratulations. You've won the rarest prizes in Upland. Thank you very much for your hard work. Your dedication, your determination paid off in a big way. Collecting all 186 troves was no small accomplishment, and now you have something truly special to show for it. Congratulations to all of our winners again, to our community winners. Congratulations to our grand prize winner. And that's going to do us for this week. Thank you again to everyone who joined us for Genesis Week. This year has been absolutely incredible. It's one of our biggest Genesis Weeks ever, with more updates, with more feature drops, more previews, and more deliverables than ever before. We are building towards a bigger, more connected, more dynamic Upland. We have troves, we have farming, we have city launches, decoration improvements, Discord integration, 3D movement, animal life, uppies, and more are all part of a future where Upland continues to become deeper, more alive, and more connected. And none of that matters without the community. Genesis Week is about celebrating not just Upland, but celebrating the community. The players, the creators, the broadcasters, the designers, the builders, the collectors, the traders, and everyday community members are what make Upland feel alive. So thank you once again on another year of being a part of Upland. Happy Genesis Week. That's going to do us for today. Don't forget, your recipes are still live. So go turn them in, your prize recipes. They close on Monday, and then next week we will drop all the prizes from Genesis Week. Happy Genesis Week, everybody. Thank you for being a part of the community. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, bye-bye.